Your golden ticket, different methods. Thank all of those folks who are backpackers. You cannot do it. So here are 3 alternatives I won't recommend for you next time. It's getting harder, but much more difficult to be an English teacher in Vietnam. Vietnam is making it harder for English teachers. It doesn't apply to Mandarin, just to English. So is the era of getting the easiest job in Vietnam over. That's the video we're going to talk about today and some alternatives for you to be able to teach in Vietnam. So let's get started. So hello, my name is Ken Duong, international business immigration attorney with over 15 years of experience helping individuals get jobs, live, work, and retire in Vietnam. So before I get into the topic today, the reason I need to call for your action is 70% of you watching this video are not subscribers. And that tells YouTube that you are not interested in the content and you're just watching it one time and they won't recommend for you next time. So this year we're pushing for 50,000 subscribers and it only takes 2 seconds for you to click subscribe and it's free. So I hope that you will subscribe to our videos and tell all your friends to subscribe. Thank you very much and we'll get back to the video. So previously it was quite easy to teach in Vietnam. All you needed was a teaching credential or certificate such as the TOEFL, TESOL, or the CELTA, and that was your golden ticket. Also, you just needed to have a clean criminal record, a good health check, and also state approval that allowed you to teach in Vietnam so that you can get your work permit. Fast forward to the present, as of December 6th, the Ministry of Education and Training, or MOED, came out with a new rule that required you to have a comprehensive training course prior to be able to teach English in Vietnam, and we'll give you the details of those requirements. The general premise of the training course requires the teacher to understand rooted in cultural and contextual nuances in Vietnam. In essence, before teaching Vietnamese students, you have to understand the Vietnamese culture and the people as well. After the training program, the participants are required to go through training at the centers, which include understanding different methods, diversity of application of the teaching, the instruction and the information given, but also taking into the account the cultural and nuances of the Vietnamese people and students while you are applying all these different methods. It's a total of 10 modules with 160 lessons in the internship period, and each internship period will last for 45 minutes. So that's over 120 hours of learning and instruction for the English teacher. So in a nutshell, it's much more difficult to be an English teacher in Vietnam. So in my opinion, I think Vietnam has gone to a level of maturity, especially in English, and I've had a lot of compliments from you and also other clients abroad that have come and said the Vietnamese, especially in the city, their English is very, very good. So therefore, in order to take the English to the next level and the next generation, we have to have more qualified English teachers, not just folks that have come into Vietnam. However, you do have to thank all of those folks who are backpackers or English language proficient to teach Vietnam, but now we need to get to the next level, including reading, writing, and speaking at an academic and professional level. So I really appreciate the new rules and standards applied for English teachers. So although the process of being an English teacher is much more difficult, that doesn't mean that you cannot do it. And there are also other alternative routes as well, especially after the signing of the Comprehensive Strategic Partnership Agreement between the US and Vietnam. And has opened up other opportunities for education. So here are 3 alternatives that you can use instead of having to go through the extensive training program for English teachers. Number 1, you can get an investor visa by opening up a training center as a business instead of just teaching English, but that requires a little bit of capital. Number 2, you can open up your own training center, and instead of being an English teacher, you're an administrator, and you can hire local Vietnamese who are English teachers, and all they need is a teaching bachelor's degree in order to work for you. And thirdly, instead of going through the teaching program, you can just improve the skills of your English teachers in Vietnam by giving them training them instead of training directly the students. that will allow you to not have to go through the training program. So those are 3 alternatives that you can apply in order to be able to continue to do what you love, if teaching or expanding English is what you want to do in Vietnam. But if English teaching is not your thing, we also made a video about the trending jobs in Vietnam, so you can click on the right hand corner to watch that. However, if you have the inclination to open up a language center teaching English, that would be very valuable in Vietnam as Vietnam continues to globalize. Many people are working in a global environment. English is very important. So we'd highly recommend, if you have the ability to open up an English language center in Vietnam. We have extensive experience helping foreign companies open up in Vietnam to teach English language centers. So with our team of experts, we'd be happy to help you as well. You can watch many of our videos about how to invest in Vietnam, how to be successful in Vietnam, and how to open up companies. So with that said, for all of you English teachers who want to teach in Vietnam, it's getting harder, but we still highly recommend because it's a growing need in Vietnam, and we want more highly qualified, highly trained, and specialized English teachers in Vietnam. So with that said, my name is Ken Duong. Thank you very much for watching this video. But as always, make sure you like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, comment below about teaching and your experience teaching English in Vietnam, and of course, click on the bell for notifications. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.